Hey guys, welcome to my first ever official YouTube video. If you are new here, I'm new too. My name is Tasha and I'm a beach volleyball player from Malaysia. So I started my beach volleyball journey 2 years ago in 2019 and I've just fallen in love with the sport. So I decided to start this channel to add value to other beach volleyball players who are looking to start their beach volleyball journey. Beach volleyball is one of the fastest growing sports in the world, but I realized that there is not so much content out there on the internet to help people get kick-started on the journey. Hence, I decided to create this channel to share my experiences and insights as a beach volleyball player. So for today's episode, I'm going to talk about the essential equipments needed for beach volleyball, or in other words, what should I pack for my beach volleyball tournament or training. After competing in the world tour for a few times, I've narrowed down to a few of the essential items that beach volleyball players bring to their tournaments. So the first most essential item is sunscreen. This is kind of a no-brainer, but it's actually funny the amount of people who think that sunscreen is not important and they don't even bother to apply it. Skin cancer is a real thing and I'm not going to risk getting skin cancer just because I was lazy to put on sunscreen when I was young. Also, a quick reminder that even though it's not sunny or rather gloomy sometimes and you think that I don't need to put on my sunscreen, the truth is UV rays still exist, and it's actually UV rays that will penetrate into your skin and cause all sorts of problems. So please put on your sunscreen. Okay, so the second most essential equipment are your sunglasses. So for me, sunglasses are pretty essential unless you are Laura Ludwig, of course. Some people might argue and say that sunglasses are not compulsory. Even for me, at one point, I thought that I was strong enough to withstand the sun, and I didn't want to use sunglasses, which was still fine. But when I finished training and I looked into the mirror and I saw that my eyes were completely red, I was shocked because I didn't want even though I didn't feel it at that time, but obviously my eyes were going through a lot of strain, unnecessary strain. So that's when I decided that I want to use sunglasses. I don't use it every single time, but when the sun is bright and literally right in front of, right above us, then I will use it. Another thing about sunglasses is that when you put them on, the heat just magically disappears. It's really cool. It's when you're competing or even doing training, when you feel really hot, the moment you put on your sunglasses, it feels like it just dropped a few degrees. So I guess that gives you a psychological advantage, so you won't be worrying too much about the heat. The third essential item is your cap. Again, this is all up to personal preference, but for me myself, I like using a cap because it really blocks the sun. Of course, you have to put it at the right angle or else it will block your vision too. It took me a while to get that right. So for me, I like using a cap, and yeah, why not just give it a shot? If it really doesn't suit you, then just throw it aside. Oh god, I messed up my hair because of the cap. Okay, so the fourth most essential thing is your batik towel. I sincerely believe that every guy and girl beach volleyball player should invest in their own batik towel because it's just so versatile. Obviously, you can see that I should invest in a new one because mine is torn already. You can use it to wrap around your body, especially for girls. You can use it as your warm-up mat. So you just put it on the sand and do your warm-up. and you can even use it to wipe off the dirt and sand or your sweat, whatever, from your body. So I think that everyone should have at least one of these, and it's so cheap, just go get one. Maybe I should start my own line of batik towel too. The fifth equipment that I think every beach volleyball player should invest in is your camera to record yourself. So here I use Ikan but I think in future I would like to get a GoPro. So I use a small camera because it's easy to carry around. It's lightweight, portable. Before I was using this, I was actually using a normal camera, my mom's one, which is really big, and it's just not that convenient to carry around. So that's why I decided to invest in this. And with every camera, of course, you need a tripod. In fact, I'm using the tripod to record myself now. But I can't tell you the amount of times where I couldn't find a good spot to place my camera because I didn't have a good tripod. So a tip for you before you buy a tripod, just get a cheap one. Why? Because there's sand and all that, it will get into the legs of your tripod, and when you want to assemble your tripod back together, the sand might make the legs get stuck, and it might spoil really easily. So if you spend a huge amount of money to get a good one, and then it spoils just because of sand, then I think you'll be very heartbroken. So a tip is just get a lightweight and cheap one, which you won't feel bad if you need to chuck it away. Of course, the use of a camera is to record yourself and your opponents so that you can always watch it, and it will be a great tool to help improve yourself. You can use your phone, but I think I've seen a few times that phones, they tend to overheat, and then the recording just stops automatically. So yeah, I would advise you to just invest in a camera if you're really serious about your beach volleyball journey. So we finally come to the last item, which is of course your ball pump and your ball pump gauge. Ironically, I myself currently don't have a ball pump and a ball pump gauge, but I realized its importance because everywhere you go, the weather is different, the humidity, the heat is different, and that actually affects your ball, the amount of air and the pressure in your ball. So the ball pump gauge can help you to, there's a certain number, I can't remember what number it is, that will tell you exactly what is the correct measurement for the pressure in the ball. And of course the ball pump is to help you adjust the amount of air that you want in the ball, and that can really make a difference in your game. So there you go guys, the essential equipments that I think every beach volleyball player needs. If you thought that this video helped you, just gently tap the like button so that you can help other people who are searching for this type of content as well. And if you want to catch more videos in future, you can subscribe and let me know down in the comments below what other essential equipments did I miss, or what essential equipments do you bring to your games and trainings. See you in the next video. Tot ziens, bye!